Here's the Writer's Allman Brother for Friday, June 5th, 2026. It was on this day in 1884 that retired Union Army General William T. Sherman uttered the historic phrase, "If drafted, I will not run. If nominated, I will not accept. If elected, I will not serve." He went on to say, "If tickled, I will not tee-hee. If dirigibled, I will not sky combust. If hungover, I will not comb my mother's thigh hair. If I am he, as you are me, as we are all together, I will not goo-goo-gajoob. If anally probed, I will not pronounce Whitley Strieber correctly." It's Strieber. Is it Strieber? Is it Strieber? It's the birthday of Spalding Gray, born 1941 in Waspamanistan, the son of a tennis ball and a personified sense of ennui and frustration. Upon taking his first steps, he climbed atop a shoebox and held forth about his experiences up to that point of poor lactational latch and urinating on his mom's shoulder mid-diaper change. He had a penchant for organizing his stewed peas into monologues, photographing them, and then burning the images with a flaming pencil his parents had stabbed into the family cactus to make a point to his sister. "It's no wonder," he said, in one of his one-man sit-in-a-chair plays, "that I have such a hard time screaming when I orgasm, except in one of the adult films in which I portray a man sitting in a chair looking at the camera and complaining about my lack of ability to scream while orgasming, which is cured by the jostlement of the audience as they guffaw at my adorable derangement and yen for plaid." End quote. In 1984, Gray swam from one end of Cambodia to the other side of Cambodia on his belly in a kiddie pool in the back of a war vehicle driven by movie directors. This experience was the inspiration for his film Bobbing for Phenobarbital, in which he interviews himself in a mirror while aiming a laser pointer at a map of Michigan, which, he professes, is the size of Cambodia, only much wetter and with 100% more Eminem songs written within it. Spalding Gray died 22 years ago this year. He's survived by his hairless brother, Spalding Gray, and his pyromaniacal first cousin, Spalding Gray. It's the birthday of Christy Brown, Irish painter and author. He was born prematurely as a left foot. The rest of him never really developed. His fraternal twin, who was a right foot, died in utero. As a young monoped, Christy would clomp to the shops for his mother, kick the food merchants in the shins, and dash away with a cache of peanut brittle tucked under his big toenail. At 21, he marched in the streets of Dublin, protesting the exploitation of pedicurists and anklet manufacturers. Counter-protesters dressed as Groucho Marx threw banana peels in their tracks, at which point Dublin's mayor promulgated the Anti-Shtick Treaty of 1953, putting all comedians on the dole and prompting every bald-faced Dubliner who didn't read well to use a different type of razor. And it's the birthday of Suze Orman, financial Yoda to the media-saturated, inventor of the Karen haircut. She made her first million complaining to the managers of 13,000 financial institutions, which famously tied up the phone lines in Chicago, as all of those calls were made in one morning before 10 a.m. By 11, she had a book contract, began writing self-improvement bestsellers, including The Red Badge of Chump Change, 16 Steps to Extorting Your Parents, subtitle What They Don't Understand Can't Hurt You, and Eat It, Kids, the Cats Don't Want It, living in a radical thrift environment 4 months from whenever you're reading this, because that's how fucked we are. Here's a poem for today by Allen Ginsberg, whose 100th birthday was this week. It's called Message. Since we had changed, Rogered, spun, worked, wept, and pissed together, I wake up in the morning with a dream in my eyes. But you are gone in New York. Remembering me, good, I love you, and your brothers are crazy. I accept their drunk cases. It's too long that I have been alone. It's too long that I have sat up in bed without anyone to touch on the knee, man or woman, I don't care what anymore. I want love. I was born for. I want you with me now. Ocean liners boiling over the Atlantic. Delicate steel work of unfinished skyscrapers. Back end of the dirigible roaring over Lakehurst. 6 women dancing together on a red stage naked. The leaves are green on all the trees in Paris now. I will be home in 2 months. and look you in the eyes. Message from Allen Ginsberg, who would have been 100 years old this week. I found this copy of Kaddish where that poem appears, and on the title page, I had forgotten this, he signed it on March 4th, 1996, 30 years ago now. It says Allen Ginsberg, and then the word ah, like A-H, ah, circled, and then my name. I bought this book for $2.50. Used without permission here on the Writer's Allman Brother. Supported by Advil Levine. It was a pill, I was in pain. Could it be any more palliative? Until next week, be well, get a grip, and shave your head.